Any views expressed in the following video are purely my opinion. If you reckon that your own opinion differs from mine, or that my point of view is unfair, for the benefit of myself and other commenters, please keep that thesis to yourself. If you do have any questions, or have an extreme need to express your own opinion, limit your rage to 140 characters and tweet me at @exposofwell, links in the description. First of all, I'd like to apologise for the lack of gameplay in the background. For some reason, Gotham City Impostors requires a computer from fucking NASA to run one of the highest settings. And although my computer usually tanks through most games, when I use fraps on the lower settings, I play at 10 FPS. Hey, do you remember Brink? That game that had a damn right awful release last May? Well, it's back! Reincarnated and branded with a scorching burn of Warner Bros. Interactive Entertainment, and releases Gotham City Impostors, a Batman-themed FPS with all new features such as character customization, buffs, modding weapons, and skins. Before joining the magical world of multiplayer gaming, just like most other games, I was forced to go through an excruciating tutorial, where two of the bats carefully explained to me how to go through the most basic weapons included in the multiplayer. This even included the slack-jawed fucks teaching me how to aim and shoot, like I was some sort of insane retard that I'd never seen the light of day before. Dumb and Dumber also showed me two different gadgets that I could use, a cape and what seemed like a grappling hook with almost infinite reach. Yes, I'm looking at you, Just Cause 2. For me, this brought up the question, why the hell would I want to find a trampoline or fan to fly and slowly glide somewhere, where I can point to a location on the map and fucking quantum leap there? Admittedly, the cape does have a feature whereby you get to shoom off, and whether you punch someone in the face when you land gets a bunch of damage. But not only are you moving faster than the speed of light, the Luddite that you're trying to hit is darting around the map on a pair of roller skates like a hyperactive ferret. So after waiting about 3 minutes, when I finally got into a multiplayer game, I found myself, a noobish level 1, paired with 11 other players who varied between level 40 and 70. This allowed me to get a grand total of 0 kills, 2 assists, and 16 deaths. My problem here is that the matchmaking system seems to have been coded from the smears of shit on an insane asylum inmate's wall. Whilst wasting an age in the lobby of a game with 2 other players around my beginner level, all 3 of us at length discussed our hatred of the system. I've been told that since the multiplayer runs on Games for Windows Live, the matchmaking is run by them too. Although in such games as Section 8 Prejudice, it works perfectly well. Which brings us on to our next topic, Games for fucking Windows Live. I hate it. I challenge every person watching this video to give me a valid reason for the Games Windows Live system on Steam games. Steam is a perfectly reputable system that allows users to create a profile and a username to use in all of its games. But no, the bunch of wankers that is Games for Windows Live comes along and says, "Oh well, you see, we require you to make an account on our system. That's set to one of our randomly selective names if you haven't paid for our service." So, after you sign in as a Rec Badger 77, if you haven't forked out £30 a year for the piece of shit software that's called Xbox Live, you start playing on their slow and cumbersome system. My point is, Games for Windows Live is unnecessary. It has been just over 8 years since Steam claimed the entire new world of digital distribution, and it seems like Microsoft is still fumbling around trying to figure out how to use the internet. If this was a game of imposters, then Gabe Newell is on level 1000 working on ways to fire jet-propelled rockets out of his arse, and Bill Gates has just knocked on Dumb and Dumber's front door. I can't complain that much though. Gotham City Impostors is a download-only game, and at its current price of $11.99 on the Steam store, I do believe it is worth the money. But I wouldn't recommend it. It's what it says on the tin, and less. For me, this game, although reasonably fun, was a crushing disappointment. The belief of mine that any game should be able to support itself on its single-player campaign makes me think how much better this game would have been if it had a plot behind it. There is no storyline behind how and why the general public have started fighting for the Cape Crusader and his circus antagonist. If a 3 to 5 hour single-player campaign had been placed into the game, explaining the situation and introducing the multiplayer, it could be sold as a full-price $34.99 game, and be a much larger success. So, after 2 hours of playing this game, I was enjoying myself. I found a weapon set I was comfortable with, and was starting to get some headway in terms of KD ratio. But then I had to step back a minute. I had no idea why I was playing this game. After a solid 10 minutes of brainstorming, the only reason that I could come up with was that it was Batman. When you take this out of the game, all it turns out to be is a carbon copy of any other standard FPS out there. Then I had to step back once more. after I realised that you weren't even playing as Batman or the Joker, just a bunch of sapheads who were pissing around in Halloween costumes. I could go out, buy some felt and nick some cardboard boxes and have more fun doing this in real life.